next guest is regularly featured right here on The Tonight Show as a correspondent. He does the very funny roadside attractions, but his day job, writer, director, raconteur. His latest film is called Jersey Girl. It comes out March 26th. Please welcome Kevin Smith. That is hilarious.
Why?
Well, you came, your casual clothes,
yes,
with the exact same thing,
yes,
but this in blue.
Well, Jolie wore what I wanted to wear.
Oh, you had,
so
yeah, I had the same. Okay.
I had to get out of my dress, put on my civvies.
She is quite fetching, isn't she?
It's always tough to follow the ravishing woman.
Yeah,
come out and be the fat little clown.
You know what? Speaking of ravishing women,
yes,
your wife, very beautiful. She's
a looker herself.
She was in Playboy magazine.
Yes, I did a photo pictorial of her in Playboy.
Well, how does? Let's show the picture. Do we have the where she? She's kind of. Oh, there she is. Oh, there seems to be pixelated there.
Yeah, she does.
Is that me right behind her? Who is that?
It is you. We tried to get you, but you wouldn't. You know, you're just too big for the suit down here. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
so I've heard.
How does this?
Just for the record, she does have the right pieces.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. How does this come to pass that your wife is in?
They were doing this 50th anniversary issue, and they got a bunch of directors together and asked them to shoot their vision of eroticism.
Oh.
So I was like, I get to hang out with a naked chick. Tremendous. That's awesome for me. So I told the wife, and she was just like, "You gonna do it?" And I said, "Yeah." And it's your wife, so the nice thing to say is, "Wish it could be you, though," which I said, and she was like, "I'll do it."
Oh.
To which I was like, "Really? Are you sure?" And she's like, "Oh, totally." And what do I say? No at that point? I wouldn't get laid for months.
Right.
So I was like, absolutely, let's do it. So that was my vision of eroticism, her with Superman.
Was she shy?
It's weird because when you're there, you're doing it on a set, and there are people walking around.
You got a Teamster holding the light on your wife's ass. I got another ass here, Mr.
I'm like, could you bring it a little lower? Yeah. Thanks. And she was wearing a robe most of the time.
Right.
For like the first 20 minutes between setups, between shots. But then after 20 minutes, she's like, why am I wearing a robe? And just walking around kind of naked and stuff. And then I had dudes coming up to me going like, is that your wife? And I was like, yeah. He's like, right on. You did well.
Yeah, they're going,
thanks.
Yeah.
And I punched him in the nuts. But it was kind of awkward. It was kind of sexy at the same time.
Well, sure.
It's weird, though, because when you get it, she's a girl, right? So immediately she looks at the photo of herself and sees 50 imaginary pounds or something like that. Like she saw it and she was just like, oh, I look so fat. And I'm like, if you think you look fat, like, what do you look at when you see me, She must look at me and see, like, the crane that opens up the side of the house so they can get the heavy-set dude out.
But you've never done that, right? You never looked at yourself there.
Did I ever get craned out of my house?
No, but
not yet.
See, that's different. Guys go, you could put on a speedo and go, I look good in this. Right?
No, I would never do that in a million years. Now, me and a marble bag don't happen.
A marble bag?
That wouldn't happen.
I got to ask you, I alluded to this in the monologue. Is this true that Michael Jackson, because it was all over the news today, they said wanted you to do a script where he plays a car?
It was going back. This was a while ago. It was 1994 when Clerks first got picked up. We did a studio tour, and I believe we were at Fox, and there was a guy pitching stories to us. And based on, Clerks, he's like, well, you made that movie, so you'll like this. And he goes, it's called Hot Rod. And I was Hot Rod. All right, what's it about? And he goes, well, it's a Michael Jackson project, and Michael Jackson is a car. He's a guy, he's Michael Jackson, and he morphs into a car. And he hangs out with a little kid gets in the car. And I was like, you sure you want to make that movie? And are you sure you want me to do it? Because I can make a version of that movie. I don't think Michael Jackson would be happy with it, So I politely kind of passed.
That's the oddest.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's very weird. It's very weird. Now tell us about Jersey Girl. I enjoyed this film very much. It's very sweet. It's Ben Affleck, and of course, Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez is in it as
well. Now you must have been going nuts when Geely came out. You had the next film with them in it. Were you just going, oh my God, I'm going to shoot myself?
I'm sorry, what movie now? Are you saying they were in a movie together before mine?
Surprisingly, yes.
Well,
nobody saw it.
Yeah,
nobody saw
that's
it.
That's the good thing, It's true. The fact, Geely, kind of winged us because they're in our movie together. But as most people might have heard already, she dies very early on in the movie.
Okay, so Ben plays a widower.
Ben plays a widower. And it was something we tried to keep very quiet for a long time. And then after Gigli, it became a marketing hook where we almost wanted to write it on the poster, Jersey Girl, don't worry, she dead in the first 15. But she's really good in the movie. They're good together.
No,
it's the one that kind of, I don't know that anyone had to redeem Gigli, but it does kind of redeem their work in Gigli. But the nice thing is the bar is set really low now. There's no expectations whatsoever. The expectation is it's got to be bad. They're both in it, right? But people come out, they're like, it's really, really sweet.
No, it is sweet.
I figure, like, based on Gigli, all we have to do is make $10 more to be considered the most successful Bennifer movie ever made.
Well, so what did you think of Ben? Ben was here last night. What did you think of his we're queer, we're here picture? Yeah.
It's I saw the picture and I was just I didn't want to comment about it because I was afraid like the cop, the army man, and the Indian would come beat me up because he flat out looks like he's in the Village People, I get that. He was like, I wanted to look subtle. I'm like, subtle, He's the kind of dude you run into at the truck stop in the bathroom.
Right. Now you work with
which isn't that far from Ben Affleck in real life, as you know.
You work with, and this little girl is great. I'd never seen her before, but what a terrific little actress.
Castro, she's great.
Boy, she really makes the picture come alive. Had you
wonderful.
ever worked with children before? Because you work pretty loose. Was it difficult being disciplined?
It was a little weird. I'd worked with kids here and there, but never for this extended period of time. And it's weird, man, because you have to temper the way you work. Some things have to get reined in a bit. I'm a big smoker, and I couldn't smoke on the set because, she look up with those doe eyes, like, don't fry my little pink lungs, Because they inundate these children in school now with all this anti-smoking crap.
Yeah, it's terrible what they do to the kids. They know what the anti-smoking.
I kept trying to tell them, like, kids, smoke. It makes you look cool and older, But she wasn't having it.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame what they do.
They really mind. It's terrible.
Now we have a clip. What is the scene we're going to see here? You know what this is?
I think we're going to probably see them making out. Liv Tyler in the shower.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Ready to polish your hobbit.
Let's do it.
I'm home.
Hey, honey. You remember Maya? In the video store.
Terrific film, Jersey Girl. Now you, be serious for heaven's sake. You dedicated the film to your dad at the end. I thought
dedicated the flick to my pop, because he died like 9 months ago.
Oh, I'm
but it's nice because it's a touching family film, a little different for me.
Yeah.
But it's weird because we open up against Scooby-Doo 2, right? And I got a kid now, so my kid ain't interested in Jersey Girl. She's like, we got to go see Scooby-Doo 2. And I'm trying to be the good dad, so I'm going to take her to see Scooby-Doo 2, but I'm going to pay to see Jersey Girl.
Right, exactly.
I suggest everyone do the same.
Nice job, buddy. Jersey Girl opens March 26th. Be right back with Twister right after this.